Hello, today we'll be talking about Mothim, one of the only evolutions of Burmy, being the evolution of male Burmy, who evolves at level 20. Mothim is also the first male-exclusive evolution, by Pokedex number, of a split evolutionary line. It's also the first bug flying-type Pokemon, introduced in Gen 4. Its previous BYC dates are April 15th, 1997, February 4th, 2000, November 25th, 2002, September 15th, 2005, July 6th, 2008, April 27th, 2011, February 15th, 2014, December 6th, 2016, September 27th, 2019, and July 18th, 2022. I most know Mothim due to it being the evolution of male Burmy, regardless of its cloak. I like how different its design is from Wormadam. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we talk about Mothim, the moth Pokemon. His number is 0414. This is what it looks like. Its type is bug flying, abilities, swarm. Tinted Lens is its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 100% male. Catch rate is 45 or 11.9%. Breeding is a group bug. Hatch time 15 cycles. Height is 2 foot 11 or 0.9 meters. Weight is 51.4 pounds or 23.3 kilograms. Base experience yield is 159 Gen 4 and 148 in 5 plus. Leveling rate is medium fast. EVL is 2. 1 in attack and 1 in special attack. Shape is that, footprint is that, Pokedex color is yellow, and base friendship is 70. Mothim is a dual-type bug/flying Pokemon introduced to Gen 4. It evolves from a male Burmy starting at level 20. It is one of Burmy's final forms, the other being Wormadam. Biology: Mothim is a moth-like Pokemon with 2 pairs of wings, one pair larger than the other is. The wings are primarily tan, with an orange oval marking on each. The tips of the wings split into small orange squares. There are 3 on the larger pair and 2 on the smaller pair. Mothim spreads steel-colored scales whenever it flaps its wings. Mothim's head has orange semicircular eyes with gray, orange-tipped antennae running along the edges before extending and widening at the top. Its body is black with a patch of orange on the underside and a gray stripe down its back. It also has 4 gray legs and a small black tail that splits into 2 squares. Mothim is a nomadic, nocturnal Pokemon that always remains on the move, searching for flower, honey, and nectar. It has often been seen traveling in fields and mountains. Despite its diet, Mothim is never seen near flower gardens. This is because instead of gathering honey on its own, Mothim raids the hives of Combee for honey. It is a male-only species, with a Wormadam as its female counterpart. Evolution: Mothim evolves from male Burmy and is one of the final forms of the species, the other being Wormadam. Burmy, any cloak, male, Mothim. Game data, Pokedex entries. In Gen 4 Diamond, it loves the honey of flowers and steals honey collected by Combee. Pearl, it does not keep a nest. It flies over fields and mountains in constant search of floral honey. Platinum, but loves floral honey. It won't gather any itself. Instead, it plots to steal some from Combee. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, it flutters around at night and steals honey from the Combee hive. The Gen 5 Pokedex entries are basically Platinums, but Combee is not the correct casing. In Gen 6, X is basically Diamonds, but Combee is not the correct casing. Y is basically Heart Gold and Soul Silvers, but Combee is not the correct casing. Omega Ruby is X's entry. Alpha Sapphire is Y's entry. In Gen 8, Brilliant Diamond, loves the nectar of flowers and steals nectar collected by Combee. Shining Pearl, it does not keep a nest. It flies over fields and mountains in constant search of its much-beloved nectar. Legends Arceus scatters steel-colored scales as it flaps its wings. Despite being observed feeding primarily on the nectar of flowers, Mothim is not often seen around flower gardens. Game locations. Side game locations. Held items in Legends Arceus, normal. It gets the Dazzling Honey 35% of the time, Spoiled Apricorn 15% of the time, and Grit items by level, Alpha EXP Candy M 100% of the time, Seed of Mastery 20% of the time, and Grit items by level. I still don't know how the math works. Stats, base stats, HP 70, Attack 94, Defense 50, Special Attack 94, Special Defense 50, Speed 66 for a total of 424. Pokeathlon stats. Type effectiveness, damaged normally by normal, poison, ghost, steel, water, psychic, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to flying, fire, electric, and ice for double, and rock for 4. Immune to ground, resistant to fighting, and grass for a 4th, and bug for a half. Notes: if gravity is a effect, this Pokemon is given an Iron Ball in Gen 4 or a ring target, or is affected by Smackdown or Ingrain. The effectiveness of ground-type moves is half, so go from 0 to half. In Gen 5, this Pokemon is given an Iron Ball. The effectiveness of ground-type moves is 1, so go from 0 to 1. Learn set by leveling up in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. We'll do this Evo here, and I'll go down to 20, so upon evolution, it gets Quiver Dance, 20 String Shot, 23 Confusion, 26 Gust, 29 Poison Powder, 32 Psybeam, 35 Roost, 38 Struggle Bug, 41 Air Slash, 44 Psychic, 47 Lunge, and 50 Bug Buzz. In Legends Arceus, We'll start with 25 here, so at 25 it learns Air Slash and masters it at 35. At 34 it learns Psychic and masters it at 45. At 43 it learns Bug Buzz and masters it at 54. By TM, because it has a different type than its pre-evolution, I will read them. TM 11, Sunny Day, 15 Hyper Beam, 17 Protect, 18 Rain Dance, 19 Giga Drain, 20 Safeguard, 22 Solar Beam, 29 Psychic, 30 Shadow Ball, 32 Double Team, 40 Aerial Ace, 42 Facade, 44 Rest, 45 Attract, 46 Thief, 48 Skill Swap, 51 Roost, 53 Energy Ball, 58 Endure, 62 Bug Buzz, 68 Giga Impact, 70 Flash, 77 Psych Up, 82 Sleep Talk, 85 Dream Eater, 87 Swagger, 89 U-Turn, 90 Substitute, and 97 Defog. By breeding, there's nothing. By tutoring, there's nothing in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. In Legends Arceus, it can get Aerial Ace, Energy Ball, Giga Impact, Hyper Beam, Ominous Wind, Psychic, Rest, Shadow Ball, and Swift. By Prior Evolutions, nothing. Animated Series only moves. Supersonic, it's a normal type move in the episode An Angry Combination. Side game data, got all this. Pokemon Ranger, Shadows of Volumia in the browser entry. It lets loose Twisters and Poison Dust while protecting itself with a Psychic Barrier in Guardian Signs. It flings gooey blobs that make Pokemon slowed. Got all this. Form data, despite not having any form differences, Mothim technically has 3 forms based on the Cloak of Burmy it evolves from, though this is only shown in its internal data. However, a Mothim from Pokemon Go will always be in the Plant Cloak form if evolved from a Burmy while still in Go. The Trash and Sandy Cloak forms of Mothim can still be obtained by transferring Burmy to Pokemon Legends Arceus first, and then evolving there. Evolution data, Burmy, any cloak, Level 20, male, Mothim. Sprites here, so a little bit different. Well, the pupils are a lot bigger, it looks like. That's the big difference, and probably a lot more simplified all around. There doesn't seem to be an outline on the orange spots. That's interesting. It's back sprite. Also, like, more brown, more dark brown than that sort of dark gray, I'd say. Then we got blue and yellow and green for the shiny here. So is it a little bit chunkier? I think it's a little bit chunkier, yeah. It slims it a lot down in platinums. Yes, with that different angle as well. The beak is a lot more prominent. Yes. In Gen 5, we got these sprites and the fullback sprites. Yep. In Gen 6, you get sort of the modern colors and sort of the modern design. A lot thinner now. Smaller eye people, the dark gray now. This seems to be the same gray color for the shiny. That's interesting. It now has an outline on the orange spot. Yeah. Same with the kind of eyes, I think, also didn't really have an outline. The models as well in this generation, pretty good adaptation. In Gen 7, not really much changes, I don't think. The eyes might get a little bit smaller. In Gen 8, you get these models, which are cut off. In Homes, you got these models. Animation, Mothim in Pokemon the series. Cheryl's Mothim is the big one. You got all this. Pokedex entries, I've already recorded this one in the anime section, so we'll let Ash's Pokedex read it.
Mothim, the moth Pokemon, and the evolved form of a male Burmy. It has no particular habitat, but instead flies across the land, searching for its favorite nectar.
In the manga, Mothim and Pokemon Adventures. In the TCG. Trivia, I read this first point in the Wormadam video, I read the second point in the Burmy video, and I read the third point in the Geodude video. Origin, well, Mothim represents the adult stage of a bagworm moth, which only fully matures if it is male. Both its appearance and honey thieving tendencies suggest it may draw more inspiration from the Lesser Death's head hawk moth, also known as the bee robber. Its tail is reminiscent of the flared abdomen of various sphingids, such as the bee hawk moths. Its silhouette is similar to that of a hawk in flight, possibly playing on the term hawk moth. Name origin, Mothim may be a combination of moth and him. Gamail may be a combination of ga, moth, and male. In other languages, related articles, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Mothim's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 496, Some Enchanted Sweetening. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, traveling companions Brock and Dawn, and his faithful Pokemon Pikachu, have met Cheryl here, who has caught a Burmy, with the help of her Chansey. And they've all just fought Team Rocket, and Burmy is now evolving after defeating Meowth and Wobbuffet.
Burmy!
Look out!
It's
Team
time!
Rocket.
Burmy's starting to evolve.
Mothim. I would say that is Mothim's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Mothim. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Mothim. This first one is Mozonoite 2 by Hachel. This interesting cream and green colored Mothim here, which I don't know what that's about since its shiny is blue and yellow, and its regular, you know, is orange and yellow, so I don't know what that's about. Well done piece of art here. Then we've got Mothim and Volbeat Pokemon by Evotizer, so just Mothim and Volbeat's official art here, but Volbeat is cut off for some reason. Interesting. Then we've got Mothim, Pokemon Gen 4 by Vertels. So this nice model here, very well done. And we've got Mothim pixel art by Onstage Jungle 1. This fun pixel art here, yeah. Very well done. Then we've got Pokecember Mothim by Jock Priest. Day 1, favorite bug type Mothim, so I got a sort of anthropomorphic Mothim here, interesting. Then we've got Mothim by Kodiak. So this fun painting of a Mothim here, very well done. Then we've got Mothim GB1 and 2 plus Shiny Arceus by Paperfire88, so I guess this version what it would look like on, like, the Game Boy Color screens, I guess. It's kind of hard to tell. It's very complicated Pokemon, huh? You can get all the elements, but yeah, it kind of loses it. But yeah, a little bit better on this one. Yeah, interesting. Then we've got Mothim by Fake Make Tea, so this nice, looks like maybe crayon drawing? Or colored pencil, maybe, of Mothim here. Very interesting. We've got Mothim and Petalil Fusion by Easy Pups. So, this is Mothim and Petalil Fusion. You got the Mothim elements and the Petalil elements. It's very well done. Moth Mojo by Pi Ink Up High Leaksy. So, this nice simplified, I guess, kind of chibi looking, I guess. Mothim here, very well done. Then we've got Insects and Metal by Shimmer of Silver, so we got a couple insects and a couple metal Pokemon, so got the Mothim here, and a Magnemite, Yanma, and a Pawniard here. Yes, all very well done. Then we've got Mothim, Paper Mario Style by Vin Chow Lee 1995. So this nice Mothim in the Paper Mario style. Very well done. Then we've got Mothim by Wolingle, this model here. Then we've got Butterface by Trixie Wizard. So congratulations, your Burmy evolved into Mothim. Kick. Oh, you're adorable. Kick. I love your big goofy nose. And then it opens up to a horrifying mouth. Bug-like mouth. Like, yeah, realization. Then we've got PSD Filigree reference by Forest to Flame. So, Filigree, it's a male Mothim, it's fluffy, bug flying, that's the type, yeah, just like a fluffy version of Mothim here. Yeah, very interesting. Kind of stylize it a little bit. Then we've got Mothim by Crown Dial Crowds. So, number 414 Mothim. There's a couple Mothim here. Almost look like it's a poster or something.
Interesting. Then we've got Shiny Party Bug by Jade Harmony. So you've got the screenshot of Pokemon Go here with Shiny Mothim. They've named Zip. It's 35.52 kilograms, bug flying, 1.12 meters. Stardust is 150, whatever that means. Burmy Candy's 22. Burmy Candy XL's 5. Power up, I don't know, all that stuff and all the other details. On their phone, yeah. CP 1040, I guess. Yeah, that's interesting. And we got Mothim by Sonic Mega Batman, 274, so this nice hand-drawn Mothim here. Looks like it's made from colored pencils. Yes, very well done. Then we got fan art. Silly, glowy alien Mothim by Zimeon. So this anthropomorphic, more alien-like Mothim here with the shades of different blues. Very interesting. Then we've got Pokefusions in DD and Mothim by Shay Ray. So normal Mothim and shiny Mothim, as in DD here. Very interesting. Then this doesn't contain a Mothim, so we'll move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Combi. As always, this isn't my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.